So, Dan, I'm gonna rant about Tearlament and just face cam, and you fucking do what you gotta do and stuff. The Tearlament format in Master Duel is really boring. Yeah. And I'll explain. There's actually a lot that goes into this because I think it's very important that both sides are understood. So from the one side, you have the people that play Tearlament and enjoy Tearlament.
I've been waiting all day for this. I've been doing fucking homework all day. I've been waiting all day for this.
There's a lot of people that do enjoy the Tearlament deck, enjoy the Tearlament mirror.
Ah, you fool! Did you just activate a card effect?
And enjoy playing Tearlament against pretty much any deck that you're going to be encountering. You know, for the most part, it's going to be tier mirrors, but there are a few other decks running around, most of which, however, are just Floodgate Turbo that are aimed to beat the Tearlament strategy. This is fine. I have played a lot of Tearlament on Master Duel, and I genuinely enjoy the deck. I think the deck is really fun, and from this side of the spectrum, I can honestly say that the people that say that they hate Tearlament and they think, oh, Tearlament is such an unfun deck and stuff like that, have genuinely not played it.
You like
Tearlament?
Don't you, Squidward?
I think that anyone that has played Tearlament can honestly say that the deck is very fun to play, and the Tearlament mirror is a very skillful mirror that is very fun to play as well. One thing that I consider as a positive for the Tearlament format is specifically the fact that duels in the Tearlament format, for the most part, don't end on turn 2. They actually go all the way to turn 5, turn 6, and that's a really good thing. A lot of players are complaining, saying that they don't like the lengths of the games with Tearlament. In my opinion, I feel like that is such a wrong opinion to have. I mean, I guess it is an opinion, but in my opinion, it's a wrong opinion to have, specifically because fun in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part is determined whether or not you have a lot of interaction or very little interaction.
Oh! Ah! I can't. No, it's too hard. It's too hard. Nope, it's too hard.
A lot of players do enjoy just flipping a floodgate and auto-winning, but most players like having a good back and forth with their opponent, and in the Tearlament format, when you're playing a tier mirror or tier against a deck that's able to go toe-to-toe with tier, you actually do end up getting these good back and forth games that go to turn 5, go to turn 6.
It's Jover, my friend.
And that, in my opinion, makes it feel like you're playing a bit more a game of chess rather than playing the really overpowered, fast-paced game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That a lot of people are very used to playing.
I have to believe that it holds some secret strategy. This card is useless.
However, I did open this video by saying that the Tearlament format is actually really boring.
What?
One thing that I very much dislike about the Tearlament format is specifically the fact that no other decks that people want to be playing are viable. The fact that the tier deck itself is on such a high power level that you basically don't have a choice but to play this deck, and to me, taking away that sort of diversity in a format is something that I find unfun. I enjoy when I boot up Master Duel or when I play any, sort of tournament in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything like that. I enjoy when, over the course of 10 duels, I play against 5 to 8 different decks. I think that's a really cool thing. So I know that you play like every single trash deck known to man.
This one's a stinker, I will tell you.
One thing that needs to be considered when talking about the Tearlament deck as well is the fact that the Ishizu cards really do take the deck to a whole other level. The Ishizu cards add a lot of interaction in the Tearlament's mirror, but also are one of the prime suspects for why the Tearlament deck is so powerful when playing against non-tier strategies.
All right, here we go. Agido effect. I didn't hit anything.
The shufflers really do give Tearlament just a crazy toolbox of interaction against any deck that isn't tier. However, against other decks, it's what allows you to completely overshadow your opponent.
Hit Mudora. Let's go digging.
Because any deck that is using the graveyard at all, which in Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays is most of them, meaning that your entire grave becomes your hand and you just get to have that much more interaction. I think that in the state that the Tearlaments deck is right now, I think we could definitely see a later format in Master Duel where the Ishizu cards aren't legal, and then beyond that, banning Kid Kalos, and I think Tearlament could still be a deck that exists in our format and continues to be interesting and continues to promote interactive gameplay, but without the very over-the-top cards that allow them to destroy every other deck that you're playing. So to reiterate my point, I think there's a lot of positives to the format and a lot of negatives to the format, but I feel like the negative of constantly seeing Tearlament again and again and again genuinely outweighs the positives of the format. One thing that's very important to note is that a lot of people are calling Tearlament a very unskilled deck, saying you just press the button and it's auto win.
If you find this boring, I implore you, try it out. Just play it once.
But the thing that I have a little bit of an issue with when it comes to this argument is that it's actually the other way around. How many Tearlament players have you played against that just activated every name the moment they hit the graveyard and ended on a really mid board? All right, well, I guess we get to play the game now. I'll just use all of them. Fuck it, dude. So at the end of the day, I really don't think that the Tearlament deck is like auto win, no skill, or anything like that. A game between two Tearlament decks basically creates the most amount of interaction in any mirror we have seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the past multiple years. So at the end of the day, does the deck have a place in Master Duel, and does the deck need to get hit in the future? In my opinion, the deck does have a place in Master Duel because it is a deck that rewards high skill play, but does the deck need to get hit in the future? In my opinion, yes, specifically because the existence of this deck takes away the ability for people to be playing decks that are not Tearlament. I think the idea that you're able to go in with a deck that isn't the objective best deck of the format and still perform is a feeling that feels good for a lot of players, and a lot of people enjoy playing rogue decks, myself included. And at the end of the day, not being able to do that takes away a lot of fun from a lot of people, and a game at the end of the day should be fun over anything else. So to close out, basically, I just want to, just recover all of the thoughts and put them all together in one final statement. I think that the Tearlaments deck is fun, is rewarding, and all that. Toggle off! Yes! Yeah! However, the Tearlament format in of itself, when the deck is tier 0 and that is the only option that you have to play, it's unfun, it is boring, and it gets old really quickly. I would genuinely urge anyone that has an opinion that they hate Tearlament, that have never played it, to pick up the deck, give it a try, and play it. You'll see it actually is a lot of fun. But if you don't even give the deck a try, if you just go, oh, everyone's playing this, so I refuse to play it, I think that you're actively kind of shooting yourself in the foot, and you're taking away the possibility that you might like the deck, you might enjoy it. So genuinely, in my opinion, if you're playing Master right now, if you hate the Tearlaments deck and have never tried it, pick it up, build it, try it, see if you like it, and then at that point, see if you like the format while playing Tier. But I want to hear your opinions, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you tried Tearlament? Do you think the deck's fun? If you have tried it, do you think the format has gotten stale? Do you want this format to keep going? I'm genuinely curious. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!